What up, dudes? Before we get into the pod, I want to give a big shout out today to Helix Sleep. Dudes, thank you so much for sponsoring the podcast. I'm stoked on sleep, and I'm stoked on you. Guys, take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you to a mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. Find your perfect mattress at helixsleep.com/go deep. All right, let's start the show.
What's with deep? Going deep. Chad and JT.
Yeah, mama. Saddle me up, hit the whip, and let's go riding. What's up, Stokers of Stoke Nation? This is Chad Kroger coming in with the Going Deep Chad JT podcast. Guys, before we begin, I'll remind you once again that we are brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pubed, for looking after our hogs, for making sure that our dongs are looking fresh and clean. Because when you hop out of the shower and you have to towel your dong a little bit more because your pubes are out of control, what do you say to yourself? Man, I wish I had manscaped my dink. So if you don't want to towel your pubes as much because they're like AstroTurf, go to manscaped.com and use code GODEEP20 for 20% off. I'm here with my compadre, Jean Thomas. What up?
Boom, clap, Stokers.
And I'm used to having guests so much. I was like,
Right.
What up? And Aaron, my dog.
Big Aaron.
What up?
What up, dude?
How's it going?
Good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Nice.
Yeah. Your initial Manscaped talk,
Yeah.
I felt like I was cruising.
Yeah.
You really put up some imagery and put me in a car.
Oh,
yeah.
thanks, dude.
And I was just whisking around the highway on it.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That fires me up. Yeah, it felt a little bit more inspired. I think being in the studio gets me a little bit more in touch with Manscaped's ethos.
I feel that.
Yeah.
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 It's swirling around the room. It's in
Yeah.
the walls here.
Yeah.
If these walls could talk, they would know a lot about trimming pubes.
Absolutely. Sorry.
I love it. There's this one line. There's a song by Sam Hunt called "Body Like a Back Road."
Mm-hmm.
It's a good song title. And one of the lines is "doing 15 and a 30." Like he's driving slower than he can.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's going slow because he's enjoying the ride.
Yeah.
And it's all a metaphor for sex, but like.
Oh, okay.
But still, even just as driving that way would be fun.
Yeah.
You never think about that. Everyone always wants to go faster.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm doing 15 and a 30.
Yeah.
I ain't in no hurry.
Does he do a music video on that? Like everyone's behind him pissed off? He's
Moving.
singing?
Yeah. I used to do that. Do you ever do that? You drive really slow on the road and just pile up cars behind you?
You used to do
Yeah,
it?
I used to do it a lot.
No, I've never done that.
Dude, one time I did it so long.
Yeah.
I literally put the emergencies on the car and got out of the car and just started telling people it was broken.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. How long did you do that for?
I think probably, I don't know, like, it's like 10 minutes, 11 minutes.
And what
Yeah.
age?
I was like 18, 17. Yeah.
Interesting.
And my brother would do it with me, and he was a really good actor.
Yeah.
He did it great. The car's broken face.
Really?
It's broke.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Wow. I never really like thought of doing that.
Yeah, it's weird that I had an older cousin who did it, but I think he did it because I asked him to.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I got it from my friend Ian. I had an older
Yeah.
friend Ian who used to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just like a prankster, and then I think so. To me, it felt normalized.
What was the
Yeah.
funniest reaction you got?
Dude, you know, I don't even remember any specifics from that one. It would just be when people would drive by and just like the look of just horror. They'd be like, like they couldn't believe what was going on in the world, and
yeah.
you'd just be like, yeah, I really threw a monkey wrench into everything, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really fucked up his day.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember one time, I thought this was so hilarious when I did it. I was with my buddy Sean, and we had a Jamba Juice cup, and we peed inside of it. We filled it up with pee, and we put it in the road, and this car hit it, and it like exploded, and then just like showered the car in pee.
Right.
And now I'm like, that was super uncool.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was the funniest thing that's ever happened.
Yeah, it's weird. That is really funny though. But
Yeah.
like teenagers are monsters.
Yeah.
I was picking up some food today at this Hawaiian fish place, Nelu's.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are walking in there barefoot, no mask, just walking in, like hawking loogies.
Yeah.
You're just like a trash.
Yeah.
You're trash, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just don't understand it. Like, it's hard for them to like understand, especially if you're like, they're, someone has probably had like a long day at work. They want to get home.
Right.
They want to go, make dinner, watch like a game or something, and then a Jamba Juice cup full of piss just showers their car. I'm like, there's nothing worse than that.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it's hard to have that perspective as a young child.
Yeah, you just don't think about consequences much. Yeah. And also, I think you get into these things where you're just heightening. Like your friend says something crazy, and then your brain gets this rush of excitement from the crazy thing they said. You're like, oh, that feels good. And then you're like, oh, I'm going to say something crazier.
Yeah.
And then you say something crazier, and words to you at that age aren't attached to meaning or the history of that word.
Yeah.
They're just attached to the excitement that you get from the word.
Right.
To a degree.
Right.
Some people are actually much smarter and more mature at that time.
Yeah.
But like I'm talking about like crazy, whoever I was hanging out with. You just get so supercharged on just saying crazy things, and it just heightens escalate, or doing crazy things.
Yeah.
You don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like someone gets mooned, and then they fall down, and then someone like smacks a piece of ham on their ass.
Yeah.
And then someone else jumps and bites the ham.
Yeah.
And then, and then pretty soon you're like, dude, we're at a crazy place right now.
Yeah.
Like you're eating ham off that guy's ass.
Yeah.
But it's just how things get ramped up.
Yeah, it's like the combination of like young tea, adolescence, and ham.
Yeah.
And ass.
Yeah.
I mean, something wild's gonna happen.
Things go down. They come together in ways you can never forecast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like when you watch movies of like Billy Madison and stuff, and they're lighting dog shit on fire.
Yeah.
You're like, that looks like the most fun I've ever had.
Right.
So it's hard not to get caught up in that, I guess.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Well, but like literally, if you asked me now, if you're like, hey man, let's go light some shit on someone's doorstep, I don't know. I think I'd be like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
But maybe, I don't know. Maybe you catch me when I'm drunk, or do it. If I still did drugs, really.
Yeah.
Maybe then.
Yeah.
I don't think so though. I actually think I get more sensitive when I do drugs.
Yeah.
I think if I was on drugs, I'd be like, man, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't want to burn shit tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, I got an idea. How about we just all take shits in a bag? We just take it to my backyard. We just burn it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do everything but put it on somebody else's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this guy on my street in college. It was like the full-on party street, but this guy, he's this old guy, and he was like defiant. He's like, I'm not fucking moving. He's
Right.
like 80, and so we didn't really prank him that much, but we're like, we would like doorbell ditch him and stuff, and and just like piss him off and play music loud. And at the time, you're like, yeah, what are you doing, dude? Like, this is our street. We're gonna rage.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, what a cool guy. He stood his ground.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
Like, he's like, I'm living here. Fuck you guys. And his old balls are hanging, and he's just like standing on the porch with like a screwdriver ready to pop any balls that come. And I don't know why I'm talking about balls, but I'm just trying to paint the picture.
I get it.
Like an old guy who wants to ruin fun. So if you like kick a soccer ball into the yard, he's gonna pop it.
Right.
Right.
Oh, dude, that's too much from him.
Yeah.
That's war.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't, dude, like, your balls get kicked into yards. That's just the cost of doing business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may be talking nonsense. I'm kind of tired today.
I bet you it makes a lot more sense than I even understand. Because that happens a lot where, like, I'll think, I'm like, I didn't quite get that. But then when I watch the playback, I'm like, that makes perfect sense. Yeah. So I think you're actually.
No, I think I do that a lot. I just think things make sense, and I just say them.
I think they do make sense.
Oh, thank you.
But I think I don't catch it always, but it always makes sense.
Yeah.
When I listen back to it, it always connects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, audience, let me know if that made sense, and if not, I'll try to be more articulate about old guys with low-hanging balls.
I get that, and someone needs to be talking about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of like they're undersung. Dude, I had an incident today, kind of around some of that subject matter. So I was at this Hawaiian fish place, and no one's wearing anything.
Yeah.
And then this, not old guy, but this older gentleman, probably in his 50s, good looking though, good shape.
Mm-hmm.
He, I'm there to buy pickup.
Mm-hmm.
He walks right past me and goes, hey, I got pickup, and gets his credit card first. And I'm just staring at him like this. Just like glaring. And then he's like, oh, sorry, man. They called my shrimp, and then I was like, out there, and he kind of mumbles.
Yeah.
And then I just stare, and I'll say a word.
Yeah.
And then he just goes, oh, here, keep the change. And then just grabbed his food and darted out. But there was real malice in my eyes.
Wait, so what did he do?
He kind of, okay, so I was waiting in line to get my takeout, and then he acted like there was another line for takeout that goes in front of the regular I'm paying to get my food line.
Right.
But there was only one line.
He skipped everyone?
He skipped everyone, and I was at the front. I want to get out of there quick because no one's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And then he just walked up, and then he tried to justify it, but he was a little mealy-mouthed about it.
Yeah.
But and then he took off. Yeah. But I felt like I got him.
And did he apologized a little bit?
I don't know. Yeah, he did say I'm sorry. He said, "I'm sorry, man. They call my shrimp, and then I don't know. They were saying there's a tube." And he kind of mumbled it at the end, and I was like,
yeah.
And then he was like, all right, keep the change. But he wasn't scared of me. I think he just wanted to get away. He was just like, I'm getting out of here.
Dude,
yeah.
Cutting in line, huge faux pas.
It's rude, bro.
It happens at Whole Foods all the time because they have like a distance thing, and you're like, and then these people, and I've started to tell people, I'm like, hey, you cut me.
That's so good. And it is a lot of it is about this new social distancing.
Yeah.
Because I was at the back today trying to give space to the person in front of me, and someone's like, are you in line?
Yeah.
They're like a foot behind me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to create space.
Yeah.
Because there's this thing called a pandemic going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, oh. Like, I'm just amazed at how many people don't put on their masks because they're just dumb.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they'll just have their mask here, and they'll just like walk right up to you and start talking a foot from your face.
Yeah.
And you'll do something like, hey, and they're like, oh, right, yeah, the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, you're not aware of this when you're around me?
Yeah.
This isn't clicking quicker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, it really got my goat.
No, dude, I hear you. Dude, I booted from boozing for the first time in like years this weekend.
Dude, you know what? My stomach was really upset that day too.
Yeah.
Because we were mixing.
We mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not big mixers.
No.
I only drink red wine now.
Wait. So I had I had Coors. I had a Long Island, a longboard brew, whiskey, a White Claw, a Long Island iced tea, an
You did a
old
Long
fashioned.
Island?
I did a Long Island.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was like, because it was like a Keurig cocktail machine, so I don't know if it was like as heavy as like a real Long Island. I think it was just like flavored.
Was that thing cool?
It was cool.
I didn't see it.
You see it?
No.
It was cool.
But I heard about it. It sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can't even wrap my brain around what it might look like.
It looks like a Keurig filled with whiskey.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Really interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you booted.
I booted hard. I was watching Jerry. I came back home. I was watching Jerry Maguire.
Nice.
And I booted. But now I'm worried that I can't watch Jerry Maguire without,
associating it with the boot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that'll happen. Like whatever alcohol I boot on, I normally take like a couple month break from. Because just when you think about it, you're just like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Hold on. We'll test it. I'm looking for my wife.
Dude. I'm gonna boot.
No, dude. No. All right. Well,
Dude, if I see Cuba Gooding Jr. shirtless, I'm gonna yak everywhere.
Jerry, I just want you to do one thing for me. Show me the money.
Aaron, do you have Pepto?
Oh no, dude.
Yeah, no,
What about the music from it? She lets you in her house.
Dude, you're gonna make me spew,
You come
dude.
knocking late at night.
I'm gonna fucking spew, dude.
Dude, no, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. That's a bummer, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe switch to Almost Famous. That's still a killer flick.
Yeah.
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 My mom has that with Hotel California. She's
Really?
like, John Thomas, turn it off.
Really?
I'm like, come on, no, it's the best.
Yeah.
She's like, no, something bad happens every time that song comes on.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the bad thing? Can you say it?
No, I don't think she ever told me. I think it was some nar though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was someone died when she was listening to it or something.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's such a sick song too.
Yeah, and then the second time was like, she heard that song was when she got selected to be in jury duty with Pauly Shore.
Well, how come I've never heard of this?
I don't know. I just don't talk about it a lot. It was so
Yeah.
damaging to my mom to be
Yeah.
stuck with him for a couple weeks.
That's
yeah.
tough.
Mm-hmm.
So she had to like deliberate with him?
Yeah.
That's funny your mom got picked to be on a jury.
Yeah, and he was in a movie called Jury Duty,
Yeah.
and so I thought he would know this was after. I thought he'd know how to go about it, but
Yeah.
no.
Your mom's so charming of it. They're like, dude, get her on the jury.
Yeah.
She's gonna be a good presence in the
I'm
courtroom.
kidding though.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, but I think it's pretty hilarious. I didn't know if I should tell you. Should I have told you?
No.
Oh, damn. Fuck.
I
Sorry,
totally
my bad.
believed you.
Fuck, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's
I've been
funny.
on airplane mode. Well, it's such like a It's so far out of left field that I was like,
Yeah, it is a weird thing to make up.
yeah.
It just felt funny to compare it to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Dude, so we read an article about, or this wasn't even an article, but we just read an excerpt about how, like in comedy stories versus drama stories, they actually are pretty traditional in their morals. You know what I mean? Like the philandering guy decides to settle down, or, you know, something always in that ballpark.
Yeah.
But in dramas, a lot of times they'll undermine those conventions and they'll be like, no, actually, what if it's more honest to go your own way or something like that?
Yeah.
And it was interesting. I was like, but I do think comedies need that, right?
Yeah.
Because they're irreverent in the comedy, and then they're traditional. Like, because in Superbad, they don't end up sleeping with people at the end, right?
Right.
It's about their friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember, and I think it's better for that, right?
Yeah.
If they would have boned, I don't know if I remember, I don't know. No, I don't think I would like it as much.
No, because I think you want to see them.
Mature a little bit.
Yeah, it's a comedy. You don't really want to. Would it be as funny if they like went to a party and got laid?
Right.
I don't know.
Unless it was like Jim in American Pie, like that kind of situation.
Yeah. I mean, when Fogel kind of gets laid, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah, I don't know. And then there's something about people who are like so stuck in their ways.
Right.
Which would you say that's a conservative trait?
No, you're right though, that like it's more about that. It's more about people who are stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if the person was like stuck in a bad relationship, then at the end we would want them to get out.
Yeah.
Like Ed Holmes and The Hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe it doesn't fall across lines that easily.
Yeah.
I know Richard Roper's negative review about Wedding Crashers was that he wanted them to stay Wedding Crashers at the end. He thought it was like too sentimental that they,
Yeah.
you know, both get converted out of it. But I don't know. In retrospect, that's the way the movie should have gone. Yeah.
Yeah, but I do. I mean, I don't know. The movie's kind of hasn't aged that well, you know, because when you watch the first half, you're like, "Ooh, this wouldn't play today."
Yeah, they're pretty predatory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is so much more fun, the first half.
Oh yeah.
And then when they get into the story and like the you know, sort of it gets so sort of emotional and they fall out, it's just kind of a bummer.
It loses some energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then Will Ferrell almost
Yeah, that's what-
single-handedly.
Yeah. You need that.
In the greatest performance of all time.
Yeah.
He's just squeezing the hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I think when Owen Wilson gets so depressed, you're just kind of like, oh, dude.
Right. You felt that.
Yeah. But
His answer machine's funny. Yeah.
This is John.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? About movies, traditional. Oh yeah, because like at the end of yeah, I think it just depends on the character. Because like with Sex and the City, Samantha ends up breaking up with Smith Jared, and that bummed me out because I was like, no, that dude's like a really good partner for her. But it was about her character being true to herself, that she was meant to be single.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that was actually right. And for a second
Yeah.
there, I thought it was because I'm conventional, but I think you're right. It's we want the character to grow, and
Right.
growth means you change who you are.
Yeah.
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 You become more open-minded to other ways of living that might be more beneficial for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think one thing about comedy or just like looking at why things are funny is that like life is so ridiculous and the society we've set up is so ridiculous. And just like the rules and behavior and stuff. So I think a lot of comedy is like looking at how absurd some people are and their sort of inherent and sort of their core beliefs and behavior, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
No, totally.
Just because like if you take a step back and you're like, wow, we created this culture, this society, and it's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty
You know?
ridiculous.
It's not like it's not like objectively like this is what society would be. It's just like a bunch of dudes. I sound like
Yeah.
Joe Rogan right now, but it's like this is like a bunch of dudes, you know, establish these rules and we're like, yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
You know.
And we've made selections off of that since
Yeah.
then that have only taken us into what feels like a more arbitrary direction.
Yeah.
We're just kind of like, but I guess it's just what we do.
Yeah.
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 Enough people like it.
Yeah. And we'd be like, why do you do
Or
that? And
tolerate
like,
it at least.
It's
Yeah.
the way it is.
Yeah. So what's like but I don't know, does like the comedies we mentioned, do they do that? Like Wedding Crashers doesn't.
No. Yeah, what comedies do that?
I mean, there's like Idiocracy is one that kind of tackles more of that.
Yeah.
Like is like a little more culturally incisive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Step Brothers was sneakily kind of, and I think that's why it's aged well.
Yeah.
Because I think it actually had a good commentary on just like man, children, and like kind of like consumerism and stuff like that.
Yeah.
While still just being like really ridiculous and funny.
Yeah.
And then there's more serious comedies, like Force Majeure is like a good one about like masculinity. Although I don't know if it really goes wide into like the culture at large with like how other things change us.
Yeah. I think comedy tackles a lot of masculinity a lot.
Yeah.
How absurd that is.
Yeah. That is most of comedy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, like Happy Gilmore, he's just like but he's sweet and lovable. Yeah.
Right.
But he's really angry and just over the top.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell does that a lot.
Yeah. I guess like Billy Madison is about how our society is set up so like, there's people who have huge fortunes and are so rich and they have these just like dipshit kids. You know, and it's like
and how little he has to accomplish to take over his dad's fortune.
Yeah.
He just has to do 2 weeks of each grade and not fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is like such a low bar to hurdle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of like when like like Prince Harry or something, they talk about social issues.
Yeah.
Or like inequalities, and it's like, you're rich because you were born.
Yeah.
Like you literally were born into a royal family.
Yeah.
And that's just funny to me.
It is crazy.
Yeah. Or like royalty's hilarious.
I pull for Harry. I like Harry.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying Harry's a bad guy, but I'm just saying I'm just saying like the idea of royalty is ridiculous.
That's why I think those movies are popular where the royalty acts like a normal person. You know what I mean? Where it's like the princess in disguise. And she meets a guy who's like a bassist and drives a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And then in like 2/3 of the movie, he's like, why didn't you tell me who you were? She's like, I thought you wouldn't like believe me. Or like, no, I thought you wouldn't like treat me the same. He's like, I don't care about that. You care about that. Those movies are good. Dude, so speaking of movies too, I watched Rain Man.
Yeah.
Dude, so I watch it every night, like when my meds have already kicked in, so I only watch like 5 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good. Like the opening shot's really cool. It's just like a crane like carrying a Lamborghini into like the docks. You're like, this is interesting.
Yeah.
But dude, the thing I was struck by, Dustin Hoffman's performance, way out there on a limb.
Yeah.
Way out there on a limb. Like at first when it starts, I'm like, nah, he shouldn't be doing this, dude.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I always think about that table read where Dustin Hoffman starts reading his lines and like Tom Cruise is like,
he's just like kind of going into himself. Yeah. But I do think his performance is so good that after a couple scenes you're like, all right, I buy it. Yeah. And then you're like, yeah, that's pretty amazing. Yeah.
The balls on Dustin Hoffman.
The balls, dude.
Yeah.
He's pushing the envelope. Yeah.
The director's like, all right, action. Wow.
Whoa. Yeah. But I think it's good enough where I think everyone on set's like, they're probably like, phew. Yeah, we're gonna be okay.
Do you think he had like, he was insecure about it? Like he would like do it and he's like, guys, is this okay?
Right. Like afterwards he's kind of cowering and he's like, Yeah. Like there's some days he couldn't do it. Yeah. Dude, I don't think so, bro.
No.
I think that's D. Hoffman's gift. I just think he's oblivious.
He's like, all right, cut, and he's like, that was great.
Crushed it again. Yeah. I'm wondering if there's people who have been fired because they're like, you're not playing it convincingly enough. Sorry. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. People know what they're doing. If a director fires you for that, you probably need to get fired. Yeah. But yeah, it's a edgy movie.
Yeah.
In like accidental ways. Very conventional story in terms of the themes of it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we also read an article about Malcolm Gladwell finding God. It was more about him like actually believing in the power of God because of like what it did for these individuals.
Yeah.
I know, that was a heavy article.
Yeah.
It bummed me out a lot.
Yeah. Well, he talked about like basically this family whose daughter was killed, right?
Yeah.
And how they were so quick to forgive the killer.
Yeah.
Because of their faith.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's got to be one of the hardest things on earth to do.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Compassion.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know, but I was like, it didn't strike me as powerful as Malcolm Gladwell described it, though.
Yeah.
Because it was really about how you react to something, and but it was amazing. Like I do really admire those people.
Yeah.
But I guess it wasn't proof of the power of God for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it more as like proof of like the power of faith.
Of belief, right? You're right.
Belief.
Yeah.
Of like, it reminded me of like Alcoholics Anonymous, where they're like the 12 steps, where they're like, you gotta like believe in a higher power to like accept, your sobriety and like maintain it.
Yeah.
Which kind of like is like, and I think a lot of people, they say like, you don't have to actually believe in God, but you have to like sort of submit to a higher power.
Yeah.
So I think there's something in that.
Yeah, weapons of the spirit, he called them. That was a cool turn of phrase.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
It allowed people to do remarkable things.
Yeah.
No, I do find that. Like, if I believe in stuff, it does make it, I do feel more, like, emboldened in what I'm doing, like in my choices.
Yeah. It's interesting because it's like finding that balance, I think, because like, I don't know, because like, I feel like, yeah.
No, you're on
I'm
it.
trying
It's,
to, like,
it's a good thought that you have.
well, like,
yeah.
we're like, religion can go, so far in the extremes where it's caused wars and all this other stuff. But there's like, but then if you have a faith and you like utilize it correctly, then it could be powerful.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Is that like, it's like most things, you're probably better off if you're somewhere in like the middle of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Like if you're too intensely religious, it's kind of closed off.
Yeah.
But then if you're super anti-religious,
Yeah.
there's also some negative things that come with that.
Right.
Yeah. If you have some kind of like more measured approach where you're like, I
Yeah.
take the good with the bad and leave out the rest.
Yeah.
That is probably like the most ideal way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just watched Spotlight.
Yeah.
So, which like you see.
Yeah. No, not a lot of good in there. I mean,
No.
journalism, woo. But
Yeah.
but yeah, that was a tough movie.
Yeah. At the end, they're like, I shouldn't laugh about it, but they're like here's the after this article came out, here's the list of cities where like scandals were exposed, and then it's like every city in America. And
Yeah.
the list just goes on and on. And you're like, whoa.
Both priests I grew up with were bad guys. It
Really?
turned out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. To varying degrees, but both
Yeah.
were, and it was both in the sexual department.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was, for some reason, as a kid, I was never exposed to that stuff
It's good, dude.
at all.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't even aware of it.
I mean, we weren't aware of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it. The kids did. We'd be like, "Oh, dude, that father's like handsy and stuff."
Mm.
But also we weren't getting. I think some kids got it worse than others.
Yeah.
But we were like, I know we talked about it, but it didn't feel real. And then when
Yeah.
it got real, it was so obvious to everyone. We were
Yeah.
like, oh my God, of course. Like he was
Yeah.
hiding in plain sight. Like the guy was like super handsy, would say weird things to you, was like grope you, like he beat me up one time in class, just did like weird stuff.
Yeah.
And then none of it felt weird because you did look up to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You did think that they were closer to God,
That's
which is what makes it even worse is that they abused that
Yeah.
like loyalty from the people who listen to them.
Yeah.
Or that awe.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good movie. But yeah, the article was good, but I don't know.
So, does he practice a certain religion?
I think he says he was raised Christian. I think sometimes too that and I think other people have lobbed this criticism at him. I think he goes into something with like a thesis and then he kind of conforms that to what he gets. He's like, why did a lot of politicians lose a parent?
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, I'm sure he has some more specificity in there, but that just felt like such a broad general thing that happens that it almost felt like you could pick, it could be like, why did most people who become big politicians, like, change best friends in high school or grade school? It's like, it happens to everybody. Yeah. But I don't know.
That's interesting.
And then we read an article about myths about stock diversification for the Wall Street Journal. It was tough, dude.
Yeah.
What did you think about their myth one about diversifying a portfolio beyond 12 to 18 stocks offers no benefits?
I mean, it just it disrupted everything I thought I knew about diversification.
Right.
Yeah, because I thought it was like 20.
Sure.
You know? How'd you feel?
Yeah, you know, it went against what I thought was the conventional wisdom. I had to
Yeah.
read it twice because I thought it meant the opposite the first time, and then I got the real meaning the second time, and I
Yeah.
agreed with it both times.
Yeah.
Which I really think speaks to the paradoxes in investment.
Yeah. It's so, yeah, that you bring up such a good point. I mean, because I guess I wasn't aware of the rule, but that's sort of why I only really have stock in Billabong.
Yeah.
And it's a ton of stock.
You trust the company.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
you've put all your eggs into one basket.
well, I watched Blue Crush.
Yep.
Anne-Marie Chadwick, played by Kelly Bosworth, or Kate
Kate.
Bosworth, gets sponsored by Billabong in the end.
Yes.
Spoiler rush. Dude,
I like that phrase.
yeah, spoiler rush.
Just, dude, run with it, and people are going to love it.
Spoiler crush. And that's when I decided to invest, because my grandma gave me, like, you know, a fair amount of bones.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, you know, I called my brothers in finance. I'm like, put all of this in Billabong.
What did your brother say?
He was like, why? And I was like,
The shirts.
because I just watched Blue Crush.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. That was it.
Yeah, my dad's been a little bit skeptical of my kind of stock instincts as well.
What's your portfolio right now?
Well, so he wants me to do like more blue chip stocks and then, you know, take some risks with some of my portfolio on some, you know, more fast rising companies that aren't as well established. But to me, it's like, Dad, that's all just verbiage. You know what I mean? Talk to me real. Talk to
Yeah.
me like a man to man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I come at him, I just go, Dad, pokey.
Yeah.
Do you love it? Does everyone love it?
Yeah.
Who's got the best pokey on the mainland? Bear Flag. Let's invest in them.
Yeah.
My dad calls them or, you know, looks it up on the computer or whatever.
Yeah.
They're not a publicly traded company, which is crazy.
Dude.
Because what's their market cap? $3 billion? They got 3 stores.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're probably doing $1 billion each.
Dude, their IPO is going to be off the charts.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
That's initial public offering.
but we're sitting on that. We're waiting.
Yeah.
So then we go, okay, Pokey Shack. That's a publicly traded company.
Yeah.
That's one we can invest in.
Yeah.
I see it's at $6 a share. I'm like, I'm all in.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm offloading goods. I got rid of one of my kettlebells because I had 3 16 kg ones, so I didn't need a third one. Sold that for $150. So right there, what am I picking up?
Invest.
Yeah, picking
Yeah.
up what? 23 shares or something like that?
Roughly.
Right. So I'm all in on Pokey Shack. I don't know. I think Pokey's a huge growth market.
Yeah.
I think it's going to take over the rest of the country pretty soon. Because I'm hearing there's not even a lot of Pokey Shacks in, like, if you go as east of, like, New Mexico, they don't have a lot there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude,
But it's coming.
it can only go green from here, dude. You
Yeah.
know? And not just because I'm getting, like, you know, green sriracha on my bowls now, but, I mean, it's going to expand and it's going to be like a freaking bowl.
Yep.
And so I think it can only go up.
I love that.
You know, I think probably the only thing holding you back is, like, you know, the fact that fish are in the ocean. You know, and it's hard to get in the middle of the country.
I have been wondering about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's the quickest transpo?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was like, you showed me that Ray Diallo book, and they almost weren't going to be able to make chicken McNuggets at McDonald's. Because the chicken, they didn't think there was enough money in the chicken feed business because it was kind of volatile. So the chicken feed place was like, hey, we can't give you enough feed to make the chicken. And then Diallo was like, hey, to hedge your bet, just short the chicken seed market. And then so even if it does dip to a place where you can't make money on it, you'll make enough money on that to cover your losses. So yes, we can make chicken McNuggets. So I'm thinking the same way. I'm like, look, there's going to be some new investment device that's going to be like, is the fish fresh by the time it gets to the middle of the country? And then I'll short that stock.
Yeah. Good call, dude.
Money.
Yeah.
Money on money on money.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
It's all about cash.
Cash is
Staying in
king.
the green. Yeah, I think Billabong's coming out with their new fall line soon, and
It looks killer.
I mean their stock is at what, like, you know, $10 a share now. Dude, I'm pretty sure it's gonna go to 11.
Oh, dude, it's going to be huge.
Yeah, I mean if Blue Crush 2 came out and Anne-Marie Chadwick was still on the Billabong team, I mean, that's what I keep telling them. I'm like, dude, you need to make Blue Crush 2. So, and then, you know, you're going to ramp up your stocks, and then the board is going to be so stoked.
Dude, I think we should call Billabong and see how they're feeling about the fall line and what the sales are going to be.
Good call.
Nice.
You like that?
Yeah, I love that. Amateur, you know what you're doing. Here we go. 1-888-509-5931. Wait.
Thank you for calling Billabong. If you are calling about an existing order status, please note that shipping carriers are currently experiencing delays due to overwhelming volume.
That doesn't sound good.
Once you are notified of shipment, we ask that you please be patient and allow 5 business days for your tracking information to update. If you haven't received shipment notification yet, rest assured that we are working to process.
Expediting the process.
Do you think
Thank
maybe
you
they
for calling
should
Billabong. If you are calling about
maybe they should switch to DHL?
please note that
Yeah.
shipping carriers are currently
We'll tell 'em.
experiencing delays due to overwhelming volume.
Hmm.
Once you are notified of shipment, we ask that you please be patient and
Is there
allow
an
5
answering
business days
machine?
for your tracking information to update.
I think just keep pressing numbers. That's what I do when I call cable. And eventually I get someone.
Thank you for calling Billabong. Thank you for calling Billabong.
All the numbers do the same thing.
Mm.
Dude, I'm really frustrated with Billabong. That's a real letdown.
Yeah.
I like to be able to get in touch with somebody. I want a human on the other end.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we'll have to let them know.
Yeah, I need more personal care because I've been thinking about divesting some of my money from Pokey into Billabong, but I need a relationship.
I know. I mean, that worries me, dude, because like my whole, pretty soon I'm gonna have to pay a mortgage,
Yep.
and if they're not having real people answering the phone, I mean, what's that gonna do to the stock?
It's going to kill it.
Yeah.
And I'm stressed too because I know you're going to have a mortgage. I'm going to
Yeah.
be living at your house, so that's hanging over your head. So now it's
Yeah.
hanging over my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the stress from my mortgage is gonna fall onto you.
Yep.
Because you're gonna be in the room over, and you're just gonna feel that negative energy, and then we're not gonna be as psyched to do investments. I mean, it's just like
It's a butterfly effect of
Yeah.
cascading disaster.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Man.
Have you thought about Bitcoin at all?
Yeah, I thought a bit about it.
Yeah. I thought for me, because when I first got introduced to it, I'm like, oh, colored money, that's going to do huge.
Yeah. Do you need to use the restroom?
No.
Oh. I don't know why I thought that.
Because I screwed out.
Yeah. Sorry. Chad, do you want to do an ad and then we can answer some questions?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
Before you do the ad, I have some Rain Man trivia.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I was looking it up. Apparently, Dustin Hoffman did try to quit the movie 3 weeks in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said, get Richard Dreyfuss, get whoever, I don't care.
really.
He did not think he was doing a good job.
Oh, interesting.
Even though he studied for like a year with savants and autistic people.
Interesting.
And this is the mid-roll. What's up, dudes? I'm interrupting this podcast once again to remind you of, well, not remind you, to introduce our new sponsor, Helix Sleep. Helix Sleep, what up, dudes? Legends. You guys are the best. Dudes, I mean, in the past couple of years, there's nothing I've valued more than sleep. It's important to get your 8 hours. You want to look good, feel good. Is there anything better than waking up and feeling fully rested? Like you just want to charge through the day, hit the assault bike, and just eat some eggs and write a book, Because that's what I've been doing ever since I got on Helix Sleep. What up, dudes? Love you, dudes. And also with like the pandemic, with everything going on, we need to optimize our sleep so that we can get the best sleep possible, so we can, get out there and cruise through the pandemic and just keep living our lives. So what up, Helix Sleep? Thank you for that. Helix Sleep also has a quiz that just takes 2 minutes to complete, matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Customized, baby. Everybody's unique, and Helix knows that, so they have several different mattress models to choose from. They have soft, medium, and firm. I like firm. What up? Mattress is great for cooling you down if you sleep hot, and even a Helix Plus mattress for plus-size folks. That's nice. So I took the Helix Sleep. I was matched with a firm model mattress because I like firm. I like it for my back. I like waking up I'm feeling like a Spartan, like I just slept on a firm, nice mattress, but I'm ready for battle at any time. I think I sleep mostly on my tummy, but also on my side. Back, nah, I don't sleep on my back. What up, back? Sorry to disappoint you. So if you're looking for a mattress, you take the quiz, you order a mattress that you match to, and the mattress comes right to your door, shipped for free. You don't ever need to go to a mattress store again. Helix is awesome, but you don't need to take my word for it. They're awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired Magazine. That's fashion and tech nerds. So go to helixsleep.com/go deep. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you to a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. They also have a 10-year warranty, and you can try it out for 100 nights risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you will, guys. So Helix is also offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/go deep. That's helixsleep.com/go deep. Back to the show, guys. What up? What's up, guys? I'm interrupting this podcast to let you know once again that we are brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pubed, for looking after our hogs, for making sure that our donglings are looking fresh and clean. Because, guys, your dongs are important. Your dongs need care. They need tending to. They need to scream out, what up? I'm groomed and I'm ready to show myself to the world. But let's keep it legal unless you're streaking in a legal way. What up? Yeah, so do you have a moose near the caboose that needs to be tamed? I'm talking that hairy, big, and thing that needs support. Thankfully, our sponsor today at Manscaped has you covered to keep the hair looking nice and trimmed and feeling fully supported. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. That is Manscaped speak for your junk. Beluga, do you hear that? That's the moose asking for Manscaped. Manscaped has an engineering team. They have developed the greatest ball hair trimmer ever, the Lawnmower 3.0. It's waterproof, has an LED light so you can see your nuts, and is made with advanced skin-safe technology, which reduces nicks and cuts on your dong. You can get this trimmer inside the Perfect Package 3.0. It also includes Manscaped Crop Preserver, Ball Deodorant, Crop Reviver. When you order the Perfect Package kit, you get 2 free gifts, the Shed Travel Bag and the Manscaped Anti-Chafing Boxer Briefs. What up? The Manscaped Anti-Chafing Cooling Boxer Briefs might be one of my favorite parts of the collection, and I'm not lying here. I throw them on, do a hard workout, I get my sweat in, burn the cows, and also my nuts love it because they aren't chafing. And they have optimal temperature controls, so there's not as much sweating going on. You know, it's just like your whole dong is supported in the best way. Thank you, Manscaped, for doing this for us. They have pH balancing liquid products like the Crop Preserver. You guys got to try this stuff. I mean, I love Manscaped. I love everything they do. They're legends. I Manscaped last night. It was fantastic. So get 20% off plus free shipping with Go Deep 20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code GODEEP20 at manscaped.com. 20% off, free shipping, manscaped.com. Use code GODEEP20 from the moose to the caboose. Always use the right tools for the job. What up?
All right, so we got some questions this week. Hey, bros. First, I got to say that I'm a massive fan of the pod. I look up to y'all's lifestyle and vocabulary. I'm a senior in high school and been struggling with the women. Here's the sitch. I am in love with these 2 girls. They are the same people and have both made it clear they are not interested. One of them started to hook up with my roommate behind my back, which plummeted my stoke. There's also another girl at home because I go to boarding school that people think I'll marry, but it's hard because I'm never there. What should I do? It's been causing a lack of stoke, and I don't have my activities like bronzing, wakeboarding, and surfing. My friends are worried about me. Please help.
Is he interested in the one that people think he's gonna marry?
Yeah, he says he's in love with 2 girls. He says they are the same people. That's weird. I don't think either one of these girls is the one for him.
Yeah.
I think your friends are right to worry about you. I think you need to start bronzing and wakeboarding and surfing more.
Yeah.
Really throw yourself into that stuff, and then just wait a little bit, because I don't think either one of these is right for you. And don't let the roommate and hooking up with the girl you like thing hurt you too much.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
Especially at that age. You know, if he does it to you when you're 35 and married, then we got a problem.
Yeah.
But at 18, it's like you kind of just roll with it.
Yeah, I mean, you're young. I mean, you're young. Romance is new to you, and you're gonna feel like if you don't have it, it's the end of the world. But it's not. You know, enjoy your youth. Have fun. Get out there, wakeboard, bronze, surf. Go eat chicken nuggets. Go get a smoothie. Just make sure you're having fun, because you will find a lady that will knock your socks off and your Manscaped boxer briefs off. And then you'll be like, oh, why was I even bumming about that? You know, I wasted a hot August worrying about this stuff, when in the long run, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
I should have been wakeboarding. I should have been out there having fun with my friends.
And you got a better shot at meeting the one who is the one for you.
Yeah.
When you're busting a fat rodeo flip or you know,
Dude.
just something upside down on the wakeboard.
Yeah.
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 That's going to draw the right kind of person to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think whenever you're in these situations and you're bumming about a lady, just think like, what would Bruce Willis in Armageddon do? He'd drill a hole in an asteroid.
Yep. He never misses his mark.
Yeah.
I love that guy. And think about what you'd want Harry to say to you when he puts you back in the tube to get into the spaceship to leave the asteroid so that he can blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want him to say about you? You know, he said, I'd be damn proud to have you as a son-in-law. That's what he says to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be damn proud to have you marry Gracie. Do things that are going to get Bruce Willis to say that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Push the button, Stamper.
Push the button, Stamper. Oh. Dude, the thing...
just... Oh. Oh, man.
I also, like, dude, every girl I ever liked hooked up with one of my friends. You just get used to it, bro. And then you learn, just don't let it make you bitter, you know? Because then you start saying things like, oh, all fucking chicks are the same. That's not helping anybody. Yeah. You just got to be happy for your friend. It's hard, dude. A lot of work.
Yeah.
But you just try to be happy for your friends and just realize that if you just got a pure heart and you keep putting yourself out there sincerely, it's going to come back on you. It's going to come back on you in a good way.
That's good stuff.
This is a long one. Buckle up. What's up, bro, amigos? Longtime stoker and big fan of the pod. Your analysis of personal issues is an incredible breath of fresh air and brings non-superficial compassion in an altruistic world. It certainly affected my life in a positive way, as I'm sure it can for others, especially for young 20-something douchebags like myself. Enough jerking off. Here's the question. I dated this girl for 2 years at the start of college in freshman and sophomore year, mostly being on and off. To describe the situation further, we met at orientation and basically stuck to each other. Flirting the entire summer in between start of freshman year and talking nonstop from the start to the end when I transferred back home to the West Coast at the end of my sophomore year. I like what I'm hearing. At the time, I was enamored by her, and so was she. But playing the card most young attractive girls play, at least partially as I did myself, wanted to see the field as well as seeing me, causing issues of trust that are frankly here today. While all this can be said, we left on good terms, and if not transferring, we both said we'd probably stay together. But you did transfer.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward 2 years from transferring, we still talk most of the time. She's visited me once in my new college town, shout out the Gachos, in which she stated she'll always love me. The feeling is partially mutual. At the time of first transferring, I was young and felt frankly demasculated by being with her at that young of an age. But your boy was young and wanted to fuck too. And proceeded to do so. Sleeping with enough women that would make you think that I would be over her, but you'd be wrong. Why am I laughing?
Well, it came off as so sincere.
Yeah.
And like such like a romantic.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but I want to fuck too. It just comes so out of left field.
That's true. Yeah, he's like so vulnerable with this girl. He's like, I love her and I don't know what to tell her. But man, I also love to fuck, dude. I went out this one night and met this hot blonde. We had a real wild time.
He's like, let's be honest. Like, I've fucked so many women. Like, you wouldn't even know how to count.
Yeah. I know, that was always a weird thing. My friend would be like, dude, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I just sleep with so many women. Like, I've slept with 60 women. Like, what's wrong? But you could hear the pride in his voice. You're just like, all right, well, we get it, dude. Yeah. But you'd be wrong. Through these tried of times, very few women have been able to make me come. I've resorted to her sometimes thinking of her to suffice, as well as in times of drilling. Thinking of her seemed to be a surefire way to get it done, when looking at pictures of other girls or past hookups could never do the same. Sometimes even resorting myself to thinking of other guys she's been with will get it done. Yeah, I get this. I've been dealing with just fine and found success in my social and career life as I'm 22 and a little bit going for me with friends and possible career things lining up. I haven't found anything that close in terms of bond in a relationship, and taking anything from your advice that would most likely be the root cause. But what would the fathers of Stoke weigh in on this? Am I gay? Is she just a good fuck? Am I just a romantic looking for my forever lover to appease my knob? Do I need to try to put myself out there more to try to refine that bond? I've done that and have had little success, but would appreciate any advice. Incredibly appreciative if this makes the pod. May we forever be graced in the eternal glory of Joe's hog. Amen. That's nice.
Dude, I think, if you've been out there and you've been fucking, like you're saying,
he has,
but she's still on your mind, I mean, I think it's something you might need to explore further if possible.
Dude, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was, I was being cynical.
What'd you think?
I thought he was just in fantasy. And it's fun to fantasize about those things.
Yeah.
But then when you actually deal with the reality, it oftentimes isn't as, you get over it just as quick.
I think that could certainly be the case.
But he should find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he should find out.
Also, I think him and this girl just might have had better sexual chemistry than he's had with these other girls. And maybe he's a pretty intense, specific guy. Yeah. I'm really projecting here.
Yeah.
So maybe he just needs to find someone else that he has that kind of chemistry with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because like maybe you're not coming because you're not really into them. Yeah, maybe you're really into this other girl, but that doesn't mean she'll be the only girl you're really into.
Yeah.
But if you are really into her, I like what Chad's saying. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I'd explore it further and just, see for real. And then if it's not what you thought it would be, then just continue on the search. Because you'll find your lady. You've got a promising future. You're a good guy. So, and again, you're young. Yeah. It's not do or die at this moment, just, take life as it comes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the Ashley Mears episode, she kind of like reoriented my thinking on that a little bit. Yeah.
What exactly?
We were like telling this young dude, we're like, hey, grass is always greener, stay with your girl. And then, which I think is good advice too. Yeah. And then she was like, no, he's young. I would tell him to keep exploring. But also his motivation was that he wanted to sleep with a MILF.
Right, right.
So, but she actually treated it more seriously. It was like, maybe he needs that experience. Yeah. Maybe that's something he really genuinely wants and needs. Yeah. But when you hear it, it's hard to take it super serious because you're like, all right, you got a girlfriend, you want to sleep with a MILF. It's like, I think a lot of people have those thoughts, and most are better suited if they just stay on the course they're on. Yeah.
It is because I don't know. I'm I'm not a maestro of love, but I think it's sort of how do you sort of decide which fantasies you need to explore and which you need to sort of kick to the curb and just sort of stay on the path.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what is important? Yeah. Yeah, like what's worth like kind of digging your heel on the ground and be like, no, like I really want to do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's a good question.
Yeah, and everyone's different. Some people can accept, like, some people don't need it that bad. You know, and other people are like more exploratory. I'm like, no, I really, like that's part of my personality is to explore. I need to like have someone else who's on that wavelength. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick question for the bros. What up, Chad and JT? I just had a quick question. In the Huntington Beach Mass video, you guys referenced getting nude as dropping dong. But my friend was wondering what the female equivalent is. Thanks for keeping the stoke levels high during the Rona days. I think Cardi B's probably mentioned it in one of her songs. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't want to throw something out there and be offensive. I think if I pick the word, it's not going to come out right. Yeah. If I'm like, all right, for testing sake. Yeah. All right. Like, oh, okay, she's flashing bush. Right. Yeah, that's not that bad. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe Del Taco? Just Del Taco? I don't know. I'm scared. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Ladies, if you're listening, write in and let us know. Yeah. It's tough. Cody. What up, bro, Hemus? How do you guys compartmentalize everything going on in your lives so that it doesn't stress you out or cause anxiety. For example, y'all seem to be doing a good job of balancing slaying noobs on COD, developing research and content for the pod, working out, maintaining your bras, keeping a social life, having girlfriends, and all the things you have going on in your life. How do you make time for everything each day without your workload stressing you out to the max? Do you guys have to plan out your day beforehand or just wing it every day? Lastly, where did JT bust his load when he was driving 100 miles an hour on the interstate jerking his hog? The logistics behind this have me rather curious. Like, did you just bust all over yourself and clean up afterwards, or did you have a towel handy to bust on? Would love to learn more about this rare feat of superior focus and multitasking ability. Well, dude, first off, don't do it, guys. It wasn't a good thing, and I needed help, and I got help. But I busted into a t-shirt. I had an extra t-shirt. And I just grabbed that t-shirt, and I was like, okay. And then I was done. And, could have fucking killed somebody. But yeah, I busted into a t-shirt. What was the dude's question?
How do we compartmentalize our...
Oh, right. Well, obviously I wasn't doing a good job of it at that time. It was kind of overwhelming me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it all comes down to you force yourself. Well, I think sort of implementing like de-stressifiers in your life. Like Wim Hof or like naps and good food. So that'll sort of. I think when you have like healthy habits in your life, that'll help keep you on track.
Mm-hmm.
Like the power of a power nap is like. It's easy to get back to work after you've had a power nap, I think.
Yeah.
But I think also it just comes down to building habits. Like working out, it's so tough to do when you don't have the habit. But then you just do it consistently, and then it's just in your routine. You got to do it. And so I think approaching life that way of like, and I have trouble too. Like I'm kind of like a workaholic, and it comes at. It comes at the expense of my relationships, and it's something I have to like work on. Cause like a lot of times people are like, "Hey, do you want to socialize?" I'm like, "No,"
Right.
So it's like I think it's life is a continual work in progress. So you just like develop those habits of like maybe setting a schedule and like. I'm going to like devote this amount of time to work. I'm going to work out at this time. I'm going to bronze this time. I'm going to like, call my GF at this time. And develop those habits. And eventually your life will get to a point where it's sort of unconscious. And then you just have that self-awareness of constantly evaluating, like, what do I need to work on? What do I need to like, what am I lacking in?
Yeah, a lot of it's practice, right?
Yeah.
And trying different stuff to seeing what actually helps you.
Yeah. Experiment.
Yeah, just try. There'll be different stuff that will take the edge off.
Yeah.
And will also help you. And when the edge is off, you can think about the anxiety in a more helpful way.
Yeah.
Because like if you're in a bad mood and then you're getting anxious, it just turns into like a bleak outlook.
Yeah.
But if you're kind of feeling good, you'll be like, all right, well, this isn't ideal, but look, it's just going to be a couple hours, and then after that, I get to do this thing that I really want to do.
Right.
Then, or maybe the next few days are going to be really jam packed, and I'm feeling overwhelmed. It's like, all right, well, if you're feeling good because you're like working out and meditating, you'll zoom out a little bit and you'll be like, okay, but after those 3 days, I'm going to get to do this thing.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for that.
Dude,
yeah.
That's a great point. Think of like how you're going to treat yourself after you put in the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try to load up stuff to look forward to.
Yeah. Like, what was I going to say? Like, oh yeah. Think of like, if you, like with working out, think of like how it's going to make you feel afterwards. Like when you don't want to do it, but then you just force yourself to like do it. And then you're like, cause you just really focus on the end result.
Oh dude, after you're done working out, the way you walk around, you just walk around, you're just higher and taller.
Yeah.
You're like, I put in work today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking trim, by the way.
Oh, thank you,
I
dude.
saw you with your shirt off. Dude.
Oh, thank you, man. You look great too.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, I hit the assault bag today.
It's such a great workout. Dude, the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah.
That thing like really, you see people doing it in videos, you're like, it's not that bad. You're just like, treadmill with arms. No, like when you do that thing, it is the hardest workout imaginable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I haven't done a lot of like, ultra marathon kind of stuff, but so maybe not the hardest workout imaginable. But the stuff I've done, it's a killer, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's tough.
What's up, bros? I'm a pretty recent fan of the pod, but I've learned to appreciate this total stokage you dudes bring to my life. Me and the boys have been listening to you guys together, especially after a solid day at the beach house. Right now, though, I'm back at college in NY, and we are locked in because of COVID. I can't see my boys, and I also can't be with my family, which definitely negatively impacts my stokage level. Therefore, I thought now would be a good time to grow a pair and try to get a dank GF like Strider has. I thought this girl wanted you to be straight up, so I told the babe I liked that I thought she was hella hot and cool as fuck right to her face in person. She seemed to react positive in that moment, but now I feel like she's ghosting me. I have no idea what changed so fast. What do I do, bro? Sincerely, Jack. Well, dude, sometimes it just doesn't go the way you want it to. I mean, it doesn't mean... and she could have reacted positively in the moment, but maybe you're just not what she's feeling right now.
Right.
I wouldn't get too hung up on that one incident or extrapolate from that you're doing something wrong or that things aren't going to work out for you at any point. You know what I mean? Or that she's representative of like a larger thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it just didn't work. I mean, maybe, try something. If it doesn't work a bunch of times, then try something different. But if you feel good about it and you're being nice, I'd go forward. Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe came on a little strong, so
I was thinking that,
she needs some time to like reflect on what just happened.
Yeah.
But so maybe like maybe try to give some space and just sort of be in like the you're sort of like in the atmosphere like Superman, just like chilling.
Yeah.
And then when she's like ready, then you just like fly in.
That's nice. That's good. Swoop. I do think there's also a thin line between like, and it's it's too bad, but it's the way it is, between like sincere and like kind of desperate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you come on too strong to anyone, or if anyone came on too strong to you, you'd be like not worried about them, but you'd be a little bit like, why is this person coming at me so fast and hard?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it because I'm special or is it because they need something?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you might keep the sincerity, but it might just be pared down to something like, hey, I like you.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you don't need to like be so hyperbolic about it, because that might feel like you really like you're trying to sell her too much.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I like
come on,
that.
like I'm really telling you something because I want you to like me, and then that's kind of how it reads sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I've done that where I thought I was being honest, but I was just being like way too horny. Yeah.
Yeah. It took me a while to grasp the concept of being desperate.
Yeah.
You know, like of how it's unattractive. Because like you see in movies where guys are like, please, I need you. I need you.
Yeah.
But then in real life, it sounds like, I need you. And you're like, dude, get away from me.
Yeah, you're like, come on, you got to relax.
Yeah. So I think it's like...
Because it's got to be earned.
Right.
You got to earn the I need you. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And it's got to be like, you say what you're feeling, but you stand tall and strong with huge lats.
Yeah.
And shredded quads.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, this is how I feel, but I'm impervious to how you'll respond.
Yeah.
But this is what I want.
Well, and also it's like, oh, this like strapping man was honest. It's like, what a coup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're all honesty and you're like super shriveled up,
Yeah.
it's like, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So you gotta be like, I'm strong, but I did all this work to show you that I'm not all strong, which is strength. And she's like, oh my God, you're perfect. And it's like, yes, I'm the correct amount of everything. Get over here, lady.
Yeah, you know what you should do? You should call her up and be like, come over to my backyard at 4 o'clock. And then when she comes over, you're dripping in sweat doing kettlebell swings.
Yes.
And then put the kettlebell in the ground. Stand up to her, flared out, and she'd be like, I like you.
Yep. She's like, where do you put those when you're done? He's like, oh, in their compartment. And he just pushes it into the earth, which takes like 10,000 pounds of pressure per square inch.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's the safest place to keep them. It makes them last longer.
Yeah.
And then you go, by the way, there's something else I want to last longer with.
And dude, I think, and this is a trick you can do. If she says, I'm not interested, just be like, okay. And then you start swinging again.
Then you just grab that thing right out of the earth.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, talk to you later.
Yeah. What's that move Ross does where he like brings it?
The snatch?
A snatch. Yeah, they
Yeah.
start doing snatches.
Dude, the most explosive move in the world.
Yeah.
Got to bring those hips underneath it.
Yeah.
Got to have tremendous shoulder mobility.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's a peacock move.
Yeah.
When you throw that thing down, you're sending out some major plumage. You're like, all right, I'm explosive, I'm dynamic, and I'm intense. All right?
So as she's walking out, the last thing she'll see is just you doing explosive movements with your kettlebells.
Dude, I put up a little video on my story of Ross hitting some cleans with like 71-pound kettlebells. It was like incredible explosiveness. He was doing like 15 cleans a set.
Yeah.
And this one guy we grew up with just messaged me and said, he's a beast. He always has been. It's true, though. It's true. He is a fucking monster. All right, dude. Should we get into our stuff?
Yeah.
My dog, what's your beef of the week?
My beef is that salad bars are closed.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I hadn't been in a Whole Foods since the pandemic started, so I went to Whole Foods. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get like a arugula, and then like put some beef stew in there. You know, just mix it up. Just got a ton of meat. You know, tuna, beef. Sorry, my phone doesn't vibrate anymore. And I put it on airplane mode. But anyways, I'm gonna get like beef, and then like tuna, and then olive oil, vinaigrette. You know, jalapenos, tomatoes, avocado, pepperoncinis, friggin' cheese, just all kinds of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And I was so fired up. And the lot was full, and I was waiting for a spot. Finally got a spot, marched in there like I just did kettlebell swings. It was closed. And I gotta tell you, I shriveled up.
No.
I shriveled up, and I walked out with my head low, and I was like, this pandemic is the worst thing to ever happen. You shut down the salad bars, what's next? You know? That's why we need to be diligent, guys, and fight this virus so we can go to the salad bar.
Yeah, because I'm not waiting around for when they got to close the sushi section of Whole Foods down too. Because that's what's next, guys. All right, that's what's next on the chopping block. If you just don't start wearing your mask,
Yeah.
all right, save the sushi, save the salad, save the planet.
Yeah.
Let's go. Aaron, what's your beef of the week?
My beef of the week is it's with a former baseball player, Jerry Hairston Jr. He was a fine player. He was like a journeyman utility infielder guy, shortstop, second base type guy. He works for the Dodgers now. And as soon as the Cardinals came down with COVID, it was going through the team a little bit, he put out into the universe on Twitter that he heard one of them went to a casino, and that created a shitstorm that they were being irresponsible and all this stuff. It turns out through contract tracing that one of the players on the team had a buddy come over who was asymptomatic. He got it. He brought it back to the team. That's how it spread.
Whoa.
The thing is, it's like you put out something like that. Not only does it create anger that's unnecessary because it wasn't even true, but also it's irresponsible because it implies that something ridiculous had to happen instead of something so mundane as just being around somebody who didn't know they had it, and you caught it, and then it spread. You know,
Right.
it ended up getting through to 10 players, and they missed 2 weeks of baseball, and they just started back up this weekend. And
They're
so
gonna have
it's
to play a lot of double headers.
Oh yeah, 11 the rest of the way. And I think they'll still only get to 58 games. But it's just irresponsible. It's stupid. And I think part of it's because he works for the Dodgers, and they've got a bit of a rivalry with the Cardinals because we beat them all the time. Except for 2009. I was there. Whatever. It happens. But I was also there in 2014, and we beat Clayton Kershaw. Whatever. But yeah, that's my beef. It's just who's taken the word of a career 257 hitter? You know, that's all I'm saying.
That's true. He should mention that every time he does commentary.
No, I mean, he was a fine player. Him and his brother were fine. They weren't superstars, but they're I certainly couldn't. hit off them or do better. But, you know, it's just like, it's just completely, you're not a journalist.
And why are you spreading gossip?
Why spread gossip? Well, you have an audience, so it's reckless. And again, because COVID is spread so much more simply than someone doing something so stupid and reckless during this pandemic as going to a casino. Of course that would be terrible, but it doesn't take that.
Yeah.
And this showed it.
Man, those asymptomatic cases.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
Scary.
Yeah. Could be anybody.
Yeah.
Dude, my beef of the week is just a beef with life and how it goes. There was this kid, little Hercules. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
He was so jacked. And he's now 28, and he seems like a happy adult, but he's not jacked anymore. It just bummed me out.
It's sad.
Yeah, because look, this is him now. Look, he's in good shape. You know, had he not been little Hercules,
Yeah.
wouldn't be a big deal. But then you look at him when he was 8. Look at that rig.
Hey, show it to the camera.
Yeah, I gotta show this rig, dude. Hold on, I'll walk over. Guys, look at this 8-year-old. You may not remember little Hercules.
It's not in focus. It's gonna be on the camera right in front of you.
This one?
Yeah,
All right.
but it's
That's not gonna work, huh?
yeah.
Guys, look up little Hercules. The kid is. I mean, look at him. You know, he was a specimen.
I worried about him at the time because he was so young and so jacked. I was like, is his growth gonna be stunted? Is he like, how tall is he now? Is what I would want to know.
I think he's normal height, but it wasn't in the article. I do remember when ESPN had him in the next issue, which was always, you know, they'd be highlighting the athletes who were going to be the next big class of superstars. And in like the initial paragraph about him, they're like, little Hercules has his own kind of days where he'll eat a jar of honey and then do 100 pull-ups. I was like, weird. Yeah. Eats a whole jar of honey. Then just bangs out 100 chin-ups. But you know, maybe he feels better not being jacked. Maybe he's too used to being He's too used to being objectified by people's eyes. People loving him for his muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's exploring new things.
Yeah.
Maybe he's into yoga now.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chad, who's your babe of the week?
My babe of the week is the Manhattan Beach lifeguards.
Nice.
I've been getting to know the lifeguards there. Dude, there's just like if there's like a pyramid of like cool dudes, lifeguards are at the top.
Yeah.
They're just the coolest. Sweet guys, saving lives, getting out there, letting people know, hey, there's a rip there. Hey, get out of the water. I got blackball the beach. I'm not blackballing the beach. You know, they're just good dudes. I love lifeguards, so just want to give a shout out to the Manhattan Beach lifeguards. You guys are legends. And thank you for being so nice to me whenever I go out there.
One of the coolest title jobs too.
Yeah.
Lifeguard.
Yeah.
That's super badass.
Lifeguard.
I'm guarding your life, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my gig.
And they're always so tan and just...
They look cool. I was embarrassed
Yeah.
to say it earlier. I wanted to say it like right off the top. I was like, most lifeguards I've seen are cool looking dudes.
Yeah.
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 Cut,
Yeah.
tan, always got a full head of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never see a bald lifeguard in your life unless they're intentionally shaving it.
Yeah.
But not by nature.
Yeah. They're the best.
Yeah, lifeguards are so cool. Junior lifeguards, dude, they make those little kids swim like 50 miles.
Yeah.
It's like horrifying. It's like buds for 8-year-olds.
Yeah. Good.
Good. Be tough. Be fast. Aaron, who's your babe of the week?
Just an update. Little Hercules is 5'9" now, so he's normal.
That's not bad.
That's good.
That's what I list myself at on dating apps. I'm 5'7.5".
You feel taller.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's really nice.
It's true. My babe of the week is I saw the movie Harriet this weekend, and my babe of the week is Cynthia Erivo,
She's good, dude.
the actress. Yeah, she's an amazing singer as well, and she was on the show The Outsider on HBO,
Oh, cool.
the Jason Bateman show, and she was like the best thing on that. So it's really awesome. But I do have a minor beef with the movie Harriet as well. Did we need a shot of her peeing in the forest? It's a 2-hour and 6-minute movie. It's a very important story. Very amazing. I almost feel like I've beefed against this movie as well, though, before seeing it, because I feel like an American hero such as Harriet Tubman should be played by an American. Cynthia Erivo is British. but she does a great job, and you wouldn't know. Her accent's flawless. But yeah, there's a shot of her peeing in the forest, and it's, let's say, wildly unnecessary, because we kind of get it. Like, that's probably what happens. Yeah, it's so not cool. But she's an amazing actress, amazing singer. So she is a babe.
Dude, can I want to tack on to that point that you're saying about British actors playing all of our heroes. Because who are three of the greatest heroes in American history, right? We got Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, all played by British people, right?
Yeah.
But they crush it.
Yeah.
They crush it. So that's okay. But then I want Tom Arnold to play Winston Churchill.
Dude, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, pay it back, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lithgow played him in The Crown.
Right.
So that's good. He's an American.
That's a bone.
Yeah, I think it's Britain still trying to stick it to us.
Yeah, right. They're dominating us.
Yeah.
And-
they're
and-
just a little more,
Yeah.
they can't do it with tax on tea.
Yeah.
They got to do it with acting.
The Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which sounds like a military unit
Yeah.
for theater.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they're weaponizing these guys and sending over their gorgeous asses, and they're just fucking taking all the historical parts.
Yeah. I always forget his name, but he has a big dong.
Cumberbatch? Oh, Fassbender.
Fassbender. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, dude, that guy's got a pipe. Yeah.
He's an agent.
Yeah.
He's trying to infiltrate.
Hey, if he's one of the agents, I say let him come in. I'm like,
No,
if I
no,
find out
no,
Michael
no.
Fassbender's an agent, I go,
Yeah.
what do you want? I
Yeah.
got all the info for you.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm moving to London right now.
Yeah. Beast. He hasn't been in much lately.
Yeah.
They got 4 avatars coming out. Did you see that?
Ugh.
Yeah. Well,
That's another. That could be a beef of the week too.
Yeah, my beef, like my whole beef about Avatar would be like, it's not that good. That would just be it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's cool to look at. The ride apparently at Disney World is really amazing, like life-changingly amazing.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard it's the best one.
But like, yeah, I don't need that story told 9 more times. I don't need that much Sam Worthington in my life. I think our quota is full on him.
He came out hot. I liked him in Terminator Salvation.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of badass and a little dangerous. But then since then, it's just been a dip into I don't know, bland.
He's a guy. Well, what always bothered
Sorry,
me
Sam.
too is
I know you work
no
hard.
matter what role he was in, he had the same haircut.
Yeah, that
Clash of the
5
Titans,
o'clock
same
shadow on his
haircut.
head.
Yeah. It's just like, how does someone maintain a buzz cut in ancient Greece?
Biggest departure from standard haircut, got to be Tom Hanks in Da Vinci Code, right?
Yeah.
Where they put him in that straight hair.
Yeah.
Like, did you guys have the same reaction I did when you saw the trailer? You're like, fuck that. You're like, get that fucking haircut off Tom Hanks right now, dude. Damn it. Who fucked that up? I didn't know if Tom would be able to bounce back from that, but you can't bet against Hanks.
No.
Yeah,
He's too good.
he's too good. Dude, my babe of the week is the song Sugar by Maroon 5. One of the best pop songs of all time. Just poppy confection that just gets you moving, and it's just froth, dude. It's pure froth. It's all icing. You know what I mean? You're like, where's the substance? And you're like, I don't need substance.
Yeah.
I got sugar going through my veins.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like just the best empty calories I've ever had. So it's just a perfect pop song. Yeah.
It's awesome. Pop songs are
Sugar.
legit.
And you know, it makes me feel sexy. It makes me
Yeah.
want to dance and just like get into like a little Magic Mike
Rip
attitude.
your shirt off.
Yeah, just kind of slow.
Yeah.
Just barely ripping. Dude, one time I was just laughing so hard saying absurd things in a instant messenger conversation, and my mom came in and was like, "Why are you laughing so hard?" And I went, "'Cause I'm a man," and I ripped my shirt open.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I just ripped it open. I was like, "I'm a man." And she loved
What'd you
it.
do?
She was like, Thomas, you're crazy. Yeah, my cousin Molly was staying us with at the time. She laughed really hard. Yeah, I think Molly listens once in a while. Yeah. Thank you for laughing, Molly. That meant a lot.
Thomas.
She's very smart. Yeah, it was nice to get her laugh. Yeah, what a great song. I think that song alone just makes Maroon 5 immortal. Chad, what's your legend of the week?
So I had a cleaner come today.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, I kicked it on the balcony while she cleaned,
Yep.
staying safe. But she did such a good job. And there's nothing better than having a clean place. But like, she's like, sorry, I'm taking so long. I'm just meticulous. I'm like, no, be meticulous.
Yeah.
I dig it. Like, and she was just so sweet. And yeah, I just had to give her props. Elizabeth, what up? You did a fire job, and I gave her a good tip.
I think those are the people who deserve statues built up to them.
Yeah.
Like people who just like care about what they do.
Yeah. It was so just like, I was like, wow, what an awesome human being.
It's inspiring.
Yeah.
I talked about him like years ago on the pod, this waiter who worked at Nordstrom's Cafe.
Yeah.
Every day, he'd be like, hey, how you guys doing?
Yeah.
You guys doing well? Oh, can I get you guys anything?
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
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 Just a sweet
So
guy.
awesome. So
yeah.
awesome.
Beast.
Yes, I wanted to give her props. Thank you, Elizabeth, for being a beast.
That's awesome. Aaron, who's your legend of the week?
My legend of the week, I just listened to him on WTF. It was out a couple of weeks ago, but Ice-T.
Nice, dude.
Ice-T is such a badass. He's such a thoughtful guy. If you haven't heard this episode of WTF with Mark Maron, sorry to promote another podcast on here.
I love that pod.
But yeah, he's a great interviewer, and Ice-T was a great guest. He had a lot of amazing insights and analogies to what's going on today in the world, both with COVID and the BLM movement. And he's been on the forefront of that. And then not only that, but he's just an amazing actor too. New Jack City. I really like Surviving the Game.
Nice.
And of course Law and Order SVU. Like, just what a crazy life this guy's led. He's super into metal and punk. It's like, and then he's a rapper. It's just what a 5-tool player he is.
Beast.
He's a beast.
My legend of the week is the Schmoll, Kevin Fard.
Nice.
Great guy. He drives me nuts sometimes, but he's such a good human being.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
really is a good person. Like, he just has a I don't know, like, so I don't know if the Stokers don't know this, but Joe's mom, Big Uncle Joe, Big Hog Joe, great guy as well. His mom's not doing well. She's sick. She's going to be all right, but she's sick. And Joe's been with her in Chicago, and it's been taxing on him and the family, although they have a really good spirit over there, those Maurices. I listen to Joe talk to his parents on the phone all the time, and it's like the sweetest conversation you could ever hear.
Mm-hmm.
They're just all so loving. And it's funny because Joe kind of busts his family's balls the same way he does us. Like, he'll just be like, his dad will be like, hey, I had like 2 donuts the other day. And Joe's like, what are you doing, fat ass? And just like takes it to them. But his dad could not be nicer. His mom could not be nicer. And yeah, so we're thinking about you, Mr. Maurice. But then Kevin, just really sweetly told our text thread, he's like, hey, let's get some flowers for Joe's mom. And he asked us all if we want to put our names on it, of course. And it's just a really thoughtful move by him. And he always does stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's always thinking about people. And, he's a lawyer. He represents a lot of comedians pro bono. Just does it to help out. And, weaponizes that intensity he's got in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, yeah, just a great guy. And,
Yeah.
he's my legend of the week.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. Chad, what's your quote of the week?
My quote of the week comes from Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Excellent. Dude, I was watching, I posted on my story yesterday, but there's one clip. I just couldn't stop laughing. I was annoying Caroline all day. So I was just laughing all day at this clip where, so Bart's auditioning to be his heir, and he doesn't like him. So he gets a boot.
He says excellent to that. That's hilarious.
So this boot,
And it barely kicks him.
yeah, this mechanical boot kicks Bart from behind. He's like, "Ow!" And I just love that his response is like, "Excellent."
That's hilarious.
And then Milhouse comes out to audition to be his heir, and he's like, "I can offer you nothing but my love." And he's like, "I specifically said no geeks."
That's
I
hilarious.
love Mr. Burns so much.
That's so funny. That's classic.
Oh man,
That's good.
that's it.
Aaron, who's your legend of the week?
What?
Or sorry, quote of the week.
Quote of the week. Quote of the week is from my dogs, Jimmy Eat World. It's a lyric from their song Disintegration. It's basically the chorus. It's a song about a relationship falling apart. And the lyrics are, wonder why I'm so caught off guard when we kiss. I'd rather live my life in regret than do this. What happened to the love we both knew, we both chased? Hanging on a cigarette, don't really know what that means. You need me, you burn me, you'll burn me.
Nice.
I just think it's like a super poetic way to say something like that, to talk about something falling apart.
I like that. My quote of the week is, and this is just crazy coincidence that this is all in the news. I swear I had this written down like 2 weeks ago. It's from the movie The Postman. And I wanted to do the monologue at the end when he challenges Will Patton to a fight. And he's like, I am from the Gang of Eight. I have every right. But for some reason, it's not on the internet anywhere, which is just a huge travesty. But there's this one part where one of the little villages that exist in this post-apocalyptic world is getting hunted down by the rude barbarians from the Gang of Eight, and they're going to kill him if they don't tell him where the postman is, Kevin Costner, who was acting like a post guy and making it up like it still existed, but then it becomes something real. And then right before the guy who's the head of this little town dies, he looks out into the air, and the postman and all of his men are watching. They can't go in there or everybody will get killed. And he just goes, "Ride, postman, ride!" And it's fucking inspiring. And, you know, it's probably double hits right now, but yeah, ride, postman, ride. That's probably more how he says it. But, dude, it'll get you going. Good movie, too. I mean, I get why it got ripped, but you gotta love the big themes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dude, what's your phrase of the week for getting after it?
I specifically said no geeks. Did the way they do the animation too? He's like going like this. I'll just show it to you.
Dude, the way he turns away like he can't even look at him too. He's so
like
disgusted.
a sweater over. He's just like sitting back like this.
That's hilarious. Aaron, what's your phrase of the week for getting after it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna get Del Taco after this.
Nice, dude.
I just decided.
Power move.
Yeah.
Strider's got some carrot cake, and I'm like, I want it, but I'm gonna lay off it today. Because like when you say something like I look skinny, I mean that's carrot cake to my dome right there.
Yeah.
I'm feeding on that all day.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, keep feeding it to me, baby. My phrase of the week for getting after it. This girl I've been seeing, she's really sweet. She's the best. She was saying, she was asking about people's boundaries. She's like, what do you like? You know, some people they just have up such boundaries. And I was just sitting there, and I go, you know, the thing with boundaries is no one has them if you go at them hard enough. And then she was like, yeah, but it's not like your job to like destroy people's boundaries. And I was like, interesting. Just one of those moments where you're like, oh yeah, I'm a psychopath. Yeah. I'm a little nutty.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Burns fingers.
Excellent. Interesting.
Kicks him. He's just, that response is so funny to me. It's just like, excellent.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. All right.
Cool.
Is that it?
That was
we're
great.
good. Yeah, it was fun.
All right. Later, Stokers.
Later, Stokers.
If you need advice, these guys are real